stood outside the toilet. He actually saw the old man came from inside the toilet, right? The old man walked out of the toilet entrance, and the old man did this.
This is Creepy with Coffee.
Hi, welcome to another episode here on Creepy with Coffee. I'm Joachim, better known as Kim. So today, as I was looking for a story, I came across this story posted by Katabana02. So I'm going to tell you the story first, and I'm going to continue later on with my own personal story. It's because the story that I have, the one that not to say I experienced it, but I was there when it happened, sounded quite similar to what happened or what posted by Katabana02. So Katabana02's story goes like this. We stayed in a factory that my father rented back when I'm in primary school. Katabana did not mention how old he or she is now, but that place was haunted like hell and many tenants were chased away. My father, strapped for cash, decided to use that place as a factory. Good idea. One day, while playing with my sister, I saw an old man standing right outside the toilet, looking at it, not even moving a muscle. I thought he was one of my father's customer or something, so I called him out just in case he was lost. He didn't answer my call and just kept on looking at the empty toilet. I shrugged it off and continued my game with the sister. The memory stuck with me though, even though I'm super forgetful. After I've grown, I was told that an old man hanged himself right outside, you guessed it right, the factory's toilet. Even though it was haunted, it brought my father's luck because his business boomed after move to that place. I'm not sure I've imagined it though, but I've not seen any supernatural stuff ever since. Okay, the story posted by Katabana summary is he or she saw an old man outside the toilet where the father rented as a factory. The good thing is the father's business boomed after he used that place as a business place. So what happened to my story was, I remember this was during my high school time. We joined a school camp. I don't really remember whether it's a school camp or is it something that athletes were sent to participate. But this school camp or this camping site was actually behind a school, which I'm not going to mention which school. And actually, to be honest, I do not know whether that school still or that camping site still exists today. So there's a school, and behind the camping site is actually quite far in, probably a couple of 100 meters away, But you have to pass the school to get into the camping site. Okay. So while we were there, there's nothing off about that place. I have been to a lot of camp and I've been to a lot of activities like that. Pretty much normal or pretty much the same thing. So we do not stay at the hostel, we do not stay at the dorm, but we have to set up our own camp. And I remember that camp was set up in a way that we all slept in the same camp, but divided boys and girls. So I remember the boy was in a camp. In the middle there's a kitchen camp, and the other side was the ladies, the girl. So I think there were about 10 or 12 of us in one camp for the boys. Same goes to the ladies. So during the day, pretty much like any other camping activities that we do, setting up the camp, preparing the food, going through obstacle course and whatnot, until the night time. So during the night time, we were actually told by the facilitator or the coach that we actually have to patrol the area. And we will patrol the area in a pair. So you and a buddy. So every patrol session would last about 2 hours, if I remember it correctly. Because during the first night, this is only the first night, so my session was at 4 in the morning. So what will happen is, let's say A and B will patrol the 2 to 4. So A and B will patrol and then will come and wake me and my buddy up. Let's say my buddy is D, right? A and B patrol 2 hours later, when it's 4 a.m. in the morning, they will come to my sleeping place and woke me and D up. And then we will go and patrol 4 until 6. But we will be the last one because by 6, everybody has to get up, prepare, and whatnot. So yeah, we understood the things that we were asked to do. So the patrol starts at 10, if I'm not mistaken. So it's 10 to 12, 12 to 2, 2 to 4, and my turn, 4 to 6. So we went to sleep by 10 because everything else is done. All activities are done. We are supposed to rest early. So to continue the next day. I think it's a 3 days camp. So okay, everybody went to sleep. I went to sleep, and so in my head, I'm expected to be woken up at 4, right? And then the night goes on. I think about 3 or 3:30. I don't remember exactly now, but it was earlier than the time that I'm supposed to get called up. So A and B, right? So A and B was the one who patrolled first before me and the other buddy. So these two, A and B, A in a very disturbed way came and woke me and D up. He sounded as if he was being chased by something. He sounded as if something happened, right? But there are supposed to be two of them, right? It's supposed to be A and B. But only one person came and wake us up. We woke up. Obviously, we were feeling tired and groggy and whatnot. I remember when I woke up, because I always have a habit of wearing a watch. I woke up, I look at my watch, I'm like, hey, wait, this is, early. And I'm not supposed to be up yet. So in my head, when, my brain gets to processing, I'm like, oh, these fuckers must be wanted to sleep extra half an hour. That's why they woke us up early. But I didn't think much about it. After all, it's first day of camp and I don't want to spoil anybody's mood. So I just get up. But again, the person who woke us up sounded very disturbed, right? We woke up and then we actually like, hey, where's your buddy? You're supposed to be in pair, right? You're not supposed to be alone. That was the instruction given. Woke up. Then after that, he dragged us to the kitchen. We saw the partner, which actually I don't remember what. Let's say A woke us up, B is sitting in the kitchen. So B is all pale and not moving. So he looked as if he saw something that he's not supposed to see. He couldn't move when we tried to hey, bro, is everything okay? I felt like as if he was, there's a Chinese saying that the soul was scared out of him. So it's soulless, it's just a body. We don't know what to do. We actually went to the facilitator, wake up the facilitator, ask facilitator to have a look. So facilitator get up, check on the boy that is obviously, the guy that was obviously shocked. And if you hear the meow meow sound, that is actually my cat behind. What happened was, he was actually brought out of the camp and we do not know what happened after. Me and Dee continued the patrol as if nothing happened. And then the 2 days, third day, the camp continued. But the boy that was shocked, B, never came back to the camp anymore, right? So we never see him anymore. All the way until, I guess it was another school activity, or I don't remember, it was another camp, but it was very soon after that. I think it's like a month or so after that. So I met B, right? The boy that something happened. When I met him, obviously I was excited because, so I know something happened, but I do not know what exactly happened. So I actually asked him what happened. So this is his story. They went to patrol, right? So when they went to patrol, A actually told B, A said he wanted to grab biscuit from the kitchen. So the kitchen and the toilet, it's not very far. A say, do you want to come with me to the kitchen? B say, no, because it's not far, I'm going to go ahead first. You go back to the kitchen, get your biscuit, and come join me after. So A say, okay. So A went to the kitchen. The next thing that A knew was when A get his biscuit, come back to the patrol route, he saw B stood outside the toilet, not moving. That is when he know something went wrong. So he tried to tap on B and see what happened. B say he continued walking just now, right? So when he reached the toilet, he saw an old man, similar to Katabana 02 story. He saw an old man, white singlet top, sarong on the bottom part. I do not know whether it's the aircon in my room or it's just because of the story. I'm having goosebumps on my bottom half now. So sarong on the bottom part of the old man. The thing is, he did not see the old man stood outside the toilet. He actually saw the old man came from inside the toilet, right? The old man walked out of the toilet entrance, and the old man did this. As in, the old man looked outside the toilet, and the old man, as if he did not see B, right? The old man just looked outside the toilet, turned around, and walked back into the toilet. So B thought actually it was probably one of the villagers from a nearby village. Then again, he said he don't know whether there is nearby villages or not. So he actually walked into the toilet immediately after the old man, right? So he walked into the toilet, and I guess like a lot of stories that you have read or you have listened to, there was nobody in the toilet. That is when he came out and stood outside the toilet, and I do not know what's the word for it, but he kind of like zoned out. That is when A found him. But immediately after that, he said he felt like as if he is just too shocked and he couldn't, And then when he was brought out of camp, he got sick, and the sickness was like for a week or so, until they have to brought him to, because he's a Muslim, so they brought him to ustaz to actually help him get through that. Yeah, old man looking out of the toilet, and similar to Katabana's story, old man standing outside the toilet. Alright, that's all for this episode. Thank you very much for listening. This is Creepy with Coffee. Until the next episode.